'Twas Christmas Day and all through the land, only 4 teams were playing this game so grand. Bird and McHale were doing their thing. Hubie wrote Santa, send Bernard King. We're talking Celtics versus Knicks, Christmas Day, 1985. Hit it. It was 1985. Matchbox's Voltron was in stores. The Discovery Channel was launched, and the Knicks and the Celtics played on Christmas Day. I'm your host, Jerry D, with another episode of Totally Rad Christmas, the podcast that talks all things Christmas in the 80s. Toys, movies, specials, music, and fads. If it was gnarly during Christmas in the 80s, we got it covered. Now, joining me is a Totally Rad Christmas All-Star and Ratty winner from the Lost Christmas podcast. It's Jeff Loftin. Jeff, how's it going?
Man, it is going absolutely great, Jerry. It's Christmas time, man.
Mm-hmm.
It can't be better. Can't be better than this.
Oh, I know. Once Halloween was done, once Thanksgiving was over, I'm like, full Christmas mode. Let's go.
Exactly. Yeah, it's like no holds barred now. It's all Christmas, and it's socially acceptable at this point. So.
That's right. So it's okay. No big deal.
That's right. Yeah, we can be ourselves now. Yeah,
that's right. We can let our Christmas flag fly, as they say.
That's right.
Well, it's good to have you back. I know it's been a while since the last time we talked. How you been?
Yeah, busy, but good. Yeah, things are going good. Podcast is rolling. Mm-hmm. Yeah, super excited. Super excited about the season. My kids are older now, so they're like, and by older I mean like eight and 5. But that's more fun. Right. Like they're more interactive at Christmas time, and so they have more opinions and stuff. So, doing lots of fun Christmas stuff with the family. Yeah. Got the tree over here in my office and all that fun stuff. Yeah.
That's great. Well, it's good to see you. We're here to talk about a particular basketball game. Before we do that, just like Carol Kane did to Bill Murray and Scrooge, I want you to hit me with the toaster. So I'm going to ask you a few questions, and I just want you to hit me with the first answer you think of. Okay. You don't have to think too hard about it. So Let's say the Bill Lambier is Scrooge. Recast Marley and the Ghosts of Christmas. So 4. With Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, Michael Jordan, and Shaquille O'Neal.
Ooh. Okay, so Shaq is Christmas present.
For sure.
I would say Marley would be... Oh, that's a tricky one. Maybe... So Christmas past, I'm going to give to Larry Bird.
Mm-hmm.
Just because he seems like retrospective. And I'd say Michael Jordan is yet to come because he just closes everyone out. So I guess Magic is Marley, but that's a tough one. But yeah, I would say I would say Magic. Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually what I was thinking too. I was like, Jordan has to be future, right?
Yeah, he just crushes everything. Like yeah.
Yeah.
At least in the 80s and 90s. So
for sure. Yeah, no, I like, and Shaq, of course, present. Yeah. All right. What would you title an action movie starring the Boston Celtics?
Ooh, 80s Celtics?
Yeah.
Okay, I would say White Lightning.
Totally.
Right? I mean, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, something like that.
Oh, man, Larry Bird is great.
Yeah.
Kevin.
Well,
McHale.
I mean, they had they had
McHale and all those guys.
Danny Ainge and Bill Walton was on the team. He had just recently come over, and so I mean, they Rick Carlisle was on the team, former Mavs head coach.
White Lightning for sure. Yeah. All right, and finally, would you rather spend Christmas with the Celtics or the Knicks?
Oh, abstain. I guess the Celtics, because at least they've won something. Yeah, that's a direct jab. By the way, that's not backhanded.
So tell me how you really feel about the Knicks.
That's right. Yeah.
No, that's great. Yeah, I was like, and I picked the 90s Bulls.
Right, exactly. I mean, heck, I'd even take like the Nasty Boys, the Pistons from the 80s or something
Oh
instead.
yeah, 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 the
At least
bad
they were
boys.
entertaining. Yeah.
For sure, man. I forgot how much they beat Jordan up.
Yeah,
Like
they
they
did. Like beat the
really
snot out of him.
they
Yeah.
they really, really did. Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, that's great. That's just a way for our listeners to get to know you a little bit better. So thank you for that. So tonight we're here to talk about a Christmas Day game between the Celtics and the Knicks in 1985.
A tradition, and today it's the Boston Celtics who invade the New York Knicks. And hello again, everyone. I'm Dick Stockton, and all of us at CBS wish you all Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
What do you remember about this game? Like, what's your history or experience with basketball in general? Like, are you a fan? And did you watch this game? Well, probably not watch it at the time, but have you seen it later?
Yes, yeah. So I've seen it multiple times in the past, mostly because it was like the impetus for the Celtics run that year. They really took off after this. From a basketball standpoint, growing up, I loved basketball. So soccer was my number one to play, but my dad was a big basketball person. He played in college. He always loved basketball. So he loved Larry Bird. He loved. I mean, it was the 80s and 90s, so it wasn't. I mean,
Right.
we forget now how spoiled we are, but you got like maybe one nationally televised game a week in the 80s and 90s. So yeah, so I mean, we talked basketball. We played basketball all the time. I was a Mavs fan to like Rolando Blackman and that group
Yeah.
back in the 80s. So I was 6 months old when this game happened, so I didn't
Right.
obviously.
That's why I
It
was
may
like,
have
oh,
been on,
later.
but yeah. But yeah, I mean, it's great, and it's a lot of like big names in this game too. Like we look back, and it's like Hall of Famers everywhere. So
Oh yeah, yeah, it's crazy. I mean, like almost all that Celtics team, right? I mean, it's just great
yeah, it's a
stuff.
who's who. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm a little bit different. I played basketball only because my friends did. I wasn't super into it. I remember like trying and practicing and being very terrible at it. And so my dad just trying the skyhook, like,
Right.
Kareem.
That's right.
It's like,
How
so
tall is your dad? Tell me he's like 5'7".
my dad's 5'10. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I
So,
think that was every sub 6 foot person was trying to learn how to do the sky hook, right? Yeah.
Right. It just didn't work. It just didn't
It
work.
did not. Yeah.
But like I remember that I was really I'm still terrible. I was good for about 6 weeks when
Okay.
I lived in LA I was on an internship for the NASA Sharp Plus program. So I was working at Boeing North American, and the RA was like a coach or like studying
Okay.
to be a coach in college. And so he was watching all of us high school kids, and he actually taught me how to play. And so
Nice.
for about 6 weeks, I was like making like 60% of my shots, like I never make
Wow.
60% of my shot. It was great. I was like, this is awesome. And then I didn't play for like a few months. And then when I came
Ah,
back, I was just terrible.
was gone.
But growing up, I was really my dad was super into baseball. So I was more of a baseball kid. I did play soccer also.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah.
third and fourth grade, we also were terrible. I think we won
Yeah.
one game my first season, and then maybe
I
three
got a
the
baseball
second.
story for you someday, Jerry. We'll go through like reliving baseball memories. Yeah.
Okay, sounds great. And yeah, but then I played tennis. So in
Okay.
around 1990, I really got into tennis, and that was my jam. So
Yeah.
watching Andre Agassi, Pete Sampras, Boris Becker, like all those
That's
cats,
right.
man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
I was big into tennis in the 90s also. That
yeah,
was my solo sport when I was in middle school. So yeah.
yeah. The same. It was great. It was great.
Yeah.
So I wasn't super into basketball. I love, of course, Michael Jordan. Everybody loved the
Hmm.
Bulls. They loved the Bulls, and they wore Charlotte's Hornets colors. Right. That was
Yeah,
like
exactly. Yeah.
that was like the 90s right there. So I didn't watch this game. I've watched it since then, and
Hmm.
especially for this. But yeah, that's kind of where I stand on basketball. And then now I think I'm more into like 80s, 90s basketball than I am modern basketball. It's just too spaced. There's like it's kind of boring. Like let's just stand at the free throw line and wait till someone, or not free throw, the
Yeah.
3-point line. Wait till someone like tosses it
Drive
to
and
me,
kick.
and
Yeah.
I'll try.
Yeah. It's like
Yeah.
drive and kick. Yep. Can I beat
Hmm.
my guy one on one and then kick it out? Yeah. Um,
Yeah, exactly. And it's just it's
just
not
the
that
game has
exciting.
evolved. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's more of
yeah,
a like an isolation style game and less
right.
yeah.
Yeah.
Which I get. They use analytics a lot to get to this point where they know what's
Hmm.
most efficient. So there's always somebody in the corner, right? And there's somebody at the top of the key, and then there's
Hmm.
somebody with the ball. I mean,
Right. Yeah.
yep.
I mean, the triangle offense worked like crazy, in
Hmm.
like the 90s, but Yeah, it's just evolved since then. And nowadays you have to do like a modified triangle to kind of make it work,
Yeah,
right?
maybe.
So
Yeah,
I mean, I get why they changed the rules, but like you barely
same.
touch someone now and it's like, it's a foul. But I
Yeah.
kind of liked when they were a little more rough and
Or it's more physical. Yeah, I
it was
mean,
more
like just
exciting to watch.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
So
Agreed.
this particular game, the Tom Heinsohn and Dick Stockton were the commentators. Pat O'Brien later on in the middle does this weird twist the night before Christmas riff.
It was strange. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Then we had the refs were Wally Rooney and Jim Capers, but this was an era where the Celtics and the Lakers were like dominant. And
Hmm.
it was really those two, right? It was like Larry Bird and Magic that kind of made basketball big. Like they kind
Yeah.
of changed basketball, really, if you think
Agreed.
about it.
Yeah, they got it on the national stage again, like
Hmm.
really, truly, like got it elevated to like excitement level.
Right, right. Everyone wanted to see the Showtime Lakers. And
Hmm.
then on the other side, you had Bird like just nailing every shot he could and winning 3-point contests. And then when they played together, it was something special.
Yeah,
And of course, then Michael Jordan came around a little bit and was just amazing, even though his team wasn't great. But at the
yeah,
time he was just nailing it, 37 points per game, whatever. But I mean, Bird and Magic really kind of evolved it, like you said, to a national level. Michael took it international. And this was like, I don't know, just a little time capsule watching this again.
agreed. Yeah, and this was like I think again we forget sometimes that basketball games like NBA games were tape delayed. Like
Right,
they weren't even really shown live very often. A lot of it was still tape delayed at this point. And
right.
so like now we see like you can go and flip on like 10 different games at a
Any
time and
different.
like
Yeah,
flip back and forth,
exactly.
right? And but then it was like there was one or two games that were being recorded for TV and they were on tape delay. So like the stardom really changed, like it evolved how we consume basketball. So and
Definitely.
this type of game was important to that too.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. This was, I mean, it was on Christmas
Uh-huh.
Day
Yep.
they came. And I mean, I found an interesting article about how a lot of the Celtics were very upset they actually had to play on Christmas Day.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
I think Danny Ainge was the one that was like, I'm going to spend time with my family and then I'll drive up to the game. So,
That's right. Yeah, he showed up late. Yeah.
so I mean,
Yep.
I get it. Like, your job's a job, but like Christmas is Christmas. So, you
Yeah.
know,
Well, and this wasn't the era of like $100 million contracts either. So like these
no, no,
they were
you were,
making good money, but not to the same scale
no,
that we
definitely
think
not.
of
I
now.
mean,
Yeah.
you were like 325,000, maybe, like,
Which is great, but it's not 30 million
heck,
a year, right?
I'd love
Yeah.
325,000 now. That'd be
Agreed.
phenomenal.
Yeah. Same.
But,
Same.
yeah. so, so yeah, and this is also the era where you might not learn the score of a game until you read the paper,
Yep.
because you couldn't find it. So a couple of interesting articles on that as well. There's one that's a play-by-play, so I might be quoting through some of that as well. But let's kind of dive into this. Before we do, what's your thoughts on just the NBA in general?
So, I mean, I'm a basketball fan. It's
Mhm.
not like one of my top consumed sports, but it's one of the ones that I keep up with. I really follow. I,
Okay.
I'm a Texas kid, and so
Hmm.
and I was in the western part of Texas, which, if you're not familiar, the closest thing is Dallas, like from a sports perspective.
Right.
Um, I wasn't close enough to the Valley to be like considered like Houston or San Antonio.
Right.
So Dallas was the closest. It was about, for reference, it was about 3 hour drive so about 200 miles to get to Dallas, or like 4.5 to San Antonio, or 8
Mm.
to Houston from where I grew up. So we were a Dallas everything. So like Texas Rangers, Dallas
Yeah.
Cowboys, Dallas Mavericks. I cheered for the other Texas teams too. Like I like the Spurs, and
Yeah.
in the '90s, where I was a Houston fan just because they
Same.
had Hakeem and yeah, Clyde
And
Drexler when he moved
Drexler.
over.
Yeah.
Yep,
Robert
yeah,
Horry
and
was there.
exactly,
Cassell,
yeah,
those cats. Yeah. Those guys.
yeah,
Yeah.
super fun. But yeah, so I mean, I love basketball. I still watch occasionally when I
Yeah.
when I get in the mood to watch basketball.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I get it. Same. So during the 90s as well, even though like I am from the Valley, so the closest to me was San Antonio. It's like three and
Hmm.
a half hours away at the time. And then Houston was about 5.5 hours away. And then Dallas was like 10 hours away. So
Yeah,
of the three, mostly we were San Antonio. 90s though, with the Dream and Clyde the Glide and all those. It was and also because I won like $50 off of a kid because of that. So
Very
he was a
nice.
Magic fan. We were at Disney World in Orlando for a band trip, and
Awesome.
I bet him. I don't know why I did. It was stupid, but I bet him that the Rockets would win. And that's when Nick Anderson choked those 4 free throws, and
Oh
then
my
the Rockets
goodness.
were able to come back and win. And so,
Penny
so
Hardaway and Shaq, they carried that team, and it was destiny for the Rockets to win. Yeah.
yep, yep. And it was destiny for me to get $50. So it was
That's right.
great. That was one of the best times ever. So I was a big Rockets fan after that. Then they changed their logo and got Barkley, and I was like, well, I
It
mean,
wasn't the same, but it
I
was
like
okay.
Ori, man. Like, why'd
Yeah.
he was a good outside shooter. So I was bummed with that. And then San Antonio, of course, in the late 90s, early 2000s, really started
Mhm.
coming up and winning. And Tim Duncan was phenomenal. Then, Manu and,
Tony Parker and
Tony
yeah,
Parker, of course.
and Robert Ory again. Yeah,
That's right.
full life cycle came
That's
back.
right.
Yeah.
That's right. He was with the Lakers,
Mhm.
with just about everybody, right? Wasn't he with the Suns for a bit?
I think,
Yeah.
and yeah,
Because I think it was
he's a
part of that trade.
journeyman. Yeah.
So big time Spurs fan, and then of course the Mavs with Dirk. So I'm
Yeah.
a Mavs fan
I
as well.
love
But
Dirk.
like you, any Texas team, I don't care who it is, as long as they're Texas, I'm going to root for them. So
Yeah. Unless
yeah,
they're playing each other, and then there's a hierarchy for me at least. So.
yeah, no, definitely, yeah, definitely, yeah. And then if my team loses, I just pretend like, well, they're a Texas team. I don't care. So
Except the Astros. For baseball fans, the Astros are cheaters, and I will never cheer for the Astros.
well, modern Astros.
The Houston Astros.
when
Yeah, the
when
90s Astros I liked
when
with Biggio and back. Yeah, back.
yeah,
So,
the Killer Bees were great. What's it when Nolan Ryan was with the Astros?
Yeah.
No, I'm a
They
Nolan
had
Ryan fan.
the awesome uniforms. I loved those like nasty, gross 80s uniforms of the
The
Astros.
orange,
Yeah.
the weird
Yep.
like shades of orange
Yep.
lines. Like, what are you
Yeah,
doing,
like
guys?
the remnants of the Colt 45s, which for those that don't know, that used to be the name before
That
they
used to be
switched
the
to the
name.
Astros. Yep.
Yep, and the Astrodome, and so yeah. But we're talking basketball tonight. So the Celtics were a fantastic team. I think they ended up with that season with like the greatest record, right? It was like 67 wins
To that time, yeah.
15. Yeah, of course, at that time. So phenomenal team, but apparently, and I've read it not just on this one article, but in several, apparently they had a tendency to kind of like not choke, but lessen up, get lazy, I should say, as they're fighting these players on the court. And in their complacency, this particular game, they ended up losing. And I don't know how much of that was just because it was Christmas Day and they were upset they had to play, how much of that was just because they thought they were a much better team than the Knicks, or how much of that was because they were up by 25 at one point.
Yeah, it looked like they took their foot off the gas for sure. But but what caused that, right? Like, yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, yeah, I'd be upset if I had to play on Christmas Day too, so I get it. But they literally just kind of fell apart in this.
Yeah.
And the Knicks, I mean, they were just phenomenal. They held them to like 6 points like in the last quarter or something. I mean, they were just on fire.
It was really weird because so the Knicks had 31 points at halftime, but the Knicks scored 33 points in the fourth quarter alone also, like to send it to overtime. So, and then they had to make this comeback in the first overtime just to send it to second overtime. And then for whatever reason, they've turned it on and like just dominated second overtime. And I think realistically that second overtime is really what like it looked like the Celtics were just kind of over it at that point. They're like, I want to go home. I don't want to be here.
That's right. Can we just go home and spend time with our families?
And it was their 4th straight road loss too, which is really interesting to think about, right? Because it was such a dominant season. To lose 4 straight road games is like nuts because they only lost like less than 15 games in the regular season, or right at 15 games in the regular season. So.
Right. And I think it was because of this that they like kind of went like the self-reflective and just kind of introspectively looked at themselves and said, okay, we gotta stop like getting lazy. We got to just keep doing this, power through no matter what. Yeah, it was pretty bad. But so, yeah, let's just kind of dive into this. Oh, yeah. So Boston, at this point, they were already 2-0 against the Knicks in Madison Square Garden. So, they were pretty much just like ready to just take this thing and let it go. But Pat Cummings, I mean, he had 2 foul shots right away. Bird had a nice little 17-footer.
They had problems in the last few games while he was out for 6 games with an injury, and it's taken him a little while to get back.
Well, it took the Knicks just about 2 minutes to score. Sparrow pressuring Johnson in the backcourt. The Knicks have been known for holding teams down and playing low-scoring affairs. Bird free in the corner, and he's on the board.
It started off pretty well, and then Larry missed another one, and that's when Heinsohn mentions this that I'm gonna splice in here. But he says that in years past, those shots were almost automatic about Bird. He's talking about Bird. He made those shots look easy. He made the unusual look normal. And this is where, I mean, Bird not quite having his back issues yet, but I think you can already see that there's going to be some tendencies later on to miss some easy shots that he would have gotten normally.
Yeah, he had a bad game, honestly. I think he was like 8 of 27 or something like that.
Yeah, and he only ended up with 23 points.
Mm-hmm.
So I think McHale had more with like 27, something like that.
Yeah, something. Yeah, it was a strange game. Yeah, very strange.
Yeah, but there was a couple of things like Bird did the behind the back thing. I thought that was fun.
Yep.
You know, there was like 2 Knicks there and he did it anyway. So like, good for you.
Why not?
It's amazing when they do stuff like that because I could never do it. As much as I tried, I was just not good at basketball. I'm a fast runner and that's like my only real skill. So that's why
fast break. Yeah.
I was a great outfielder because of that. And I could play tennis, but that's about it.
That's right.
Just because I was fast, you know.
Love it.
DJ got some couple of free throws, and then Parrish made a basket, so it was 11-6 at that point. And
Celtics won 9 in a row before splitting their last 8. Cummings, good move, rolled out, however, and now the Celtics try to push it up. It's 3-on-3. Knicks get back on defense. Parrish inside. But Parrish running. It's so important for Parrish to run.
Very important that McHale and Parrish run to establish tempo for the Celtics to get those easy hoops. Good basket by Robert Parrish.
Eventually, it was 19-2. I mean, and then Parrish sunk another one. I mean, it was like just the Knicks just not quite handling what they need to do.
No.
Of course, then Bannister tipped it in. At this point, it's like 21-14. And then Bird, another hit, and it's 23-14 all of a sudden. So, like, these guys just nailing these shots. And the Knicks, I mean, just 6 points in like the final 6 minutes of the period. Like, that's it. So, I mean, that's pretty kind of a pitiful performance there.
Agreed. Yeah. And, you know, I mean, this is young Patrick Ewing. And I mean, they didn't really have a lot around him at this point.
Right. I'll be honest, he's the only name I recognized.
Yeah. They had an injury. One of their forgetting name, but there was a big player who wasn't able to play. I need to find it in my notes again. Oh, who was it? It was out for the season. Anyway, it'll come to me later on. But they had like a major player who was out for the season, and so they were. I think they were like 9-19 coming into the game. So like they weren't good. They weren't expecting anything.
Right.
And this was just. I mean, it's starting off like it's going to be a Christmas route.
Right. And I'm glad. I mean, can you imagine watching this game and just seeing the Knicks like doing so terrible? They're down by 25 and you just turn it off to go, you know, do other things and missing the big spoiler alert, huge comeback of the Knicks.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And it was almost a sellout crowd, which is pretty cool. I don't think it was quite a sellout, but it was close. But man, can you imagine being there in the first half, spending Christmas Day, watching your team just get obliterated? And
there's always those people that are gonna just walk out early, right? They're like, I know where this is going, and they just walk out and they miss like this great. Oh man, for those guys, I'm sorry. I know it's been 40 years. I hope you're over it by now, but I'm sorry. So
yeah. I mean, hey, that's what happens when you leave early.
It's true. It's your own fault.
That's right.
Oh man, but then Boston went on like a 12-8 run. So it was like 37-26. So now it's an 11-point game. Ewing gets his awesome alley-oop.
Bird missing, but the Celtics clawing for the rebound. Alley-oop to Ewing. That woke the crowd up.
Lewis Orr scored a drive when because McHale goaltended. So
Yeah.
all of a sudden it was 37-30. It's like, okay, it's not gonna be that bad. Then Ewing goaltended. There was a lot of goaltending this game. And
Notice that too.
yeah,
And
but
this was still the old rims too. So it wasn't even like this was like the hard, not breakaway rims that they got.
Right.
Yeah, that they got later.
Yeah, that Shaq like broke so many of.
Exactly. Yeah, it would shatter the black backboard, or it was easier to because of the construction.
Did they get fined for that? Was he ever fined?
Yes.
Okay, I
believe
thought they
so,
were.
yeah.
That's what I thought. I couldn't remember for sure. But
Yeah,
all I remember thinking as a kid,
suddenly a
when I saw it was
redesign.
like,
Yeah,
that's awesome.
exactly. That was what I was thinking too. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like in hockey when somebody breaks the glass in hockey too. It's like, oh, this is so cool, but realistically, it's a huge pain, like for the league to have to like replace it. And
I'm
in the middle
sure.
of a game,
Expensive, right? I mean, and then you got to like delay to get it done. I mean,
exactly.
Yeah. So Bird makes another 3. Now it's 44-32.
Knicks had an inside shot they couldn't convert. Under a minute to play in the first half. 3-point attempt by Larry Bird. He'll always hit that 3-pointer in crunch time. And, of course, with less than a minute to go in the half, he gives the Celtics a 12-point lead.
He likes to take the shots that can break your spirit.
He likes to take the shot that can break your spirit, Heinsohn noted of Larry's tendency.
Nice.
So I love these things. It's just like, and then Parrish tip in with McHale. Now all of a sudden it's 46-32. I mean, at this point, the Knicks have got to be kind of trailing because it was I remember back then it was harder to catch up. It's not like not today's game where everybody can shoot threes. Today's a shooter's game.
Yeah.
Back then it was all about more drives and things like that, except for a few people like Larry Bird. But
it's true. Yeah. But even in this game, I think there was only like 7 3-pointers attempted the entire game.
I think you're right.
Yeah. And only 2 were made. So like we think about it, it looks like 50% of possessions, give or take, in a 3-point attempt. And in this, like only 7 total attempts in the entire game.
Right.
Like
and there were
Steph
2
Curry
overtimes too. So
exactly. Yeah. Yeah. It's like, it's wild to think about how infrequently that was happening.
Yeah. And so the first half, I think both teams were just shooting over like 35%, which, is not great.
No, that's an ugly basketball game.
That's like almost as bad as mine.
That reminds me of my middle school basketball days. I'll be honest. A lot of bricks.
Right. Did you ever play NBA Jam? I'm sure you did, right?
Of course I did.
Okay,
Come on, Jerry.
Of course,
especially tournament edition. And
tournament edition, yes.
And I would always get the Bill Clinton cheat code so I could dunk with the president.
So
or the Red Ninja. Those were my 2. Yeah.
On the consoles, I was P-Funk, George Clinton most of the time. At the arcade, I was Carrie Hoskins, who played Sonya Blade from Mortal Kombat 3. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, I was like, it's gonna be one of those 2.
Yeah.
But mostly because those were the only ones I remembered. So, but like, when you said that, I just reminded me of when you shoot an NBA Jam, and he's like, puts up a brick,
Yeah, exactly.
Like just the little slogans, can't buy a bucket.
Man, 80s and 90s video games too. We can do a whole.
Oh,
we can do. Yeah, we'll do a whole episode on that.
I do want to do a whole episode on Christmas video games for sure.
Oh, yeah. It may have to be a couple. It may have to be a couple episodes.
True.
Christmas message to the NBA comes once again this year in the form of a video Christmas card. And through the magic of television, you can all open it at once. 'Twas Christmas Day and all through the land, only 4 teams were playing this game so grand. Bird and McHale were doing their thing. Hubie wrote Santa, send Bernard King. Presents were wrapped and sent from the pole. One was a yardstick for Big Manute Bull. Santa this year couldn't do it alone, so he called on the mailman, that's Karl Malone. The Lakers didn't ask, so full is their pot. Christmas came early with this Lucas shot. And how about 2 players who bring us magic? One is named Irvin, the other Dominique. On Galushkov, Isaiah, free and short. And on Sacramento, they're enjoying the sport. For the coaches, and oh, how there's pressure out there on Nelson's ejections and Pat Riley's hair. For Ewing, who sometimes is a one-man team, and how many more years will you play Kareem? The 2 letters J, Michael and the Doc. and for Mr. Bill Walton, who's turned back the clock. And pardon us now if we mention football's fixer, but the real refrigerator is Barkley the Sixer. And sometimes the half is as good as the game. Look at this shot, a potato head with fame. With plays like this, Santa gives banners, and for a select few, a lesson in manners. Rookies Mullen and the X-Man, the things they do. And for all you short people, this Spud's for you. So here's to the pros in the NBA. Merry Christmas to all, and to all, a good day. We hope our poem caused you to laugh. I'm Pat O'Brien at the half. So kids, go on and get your daddy and mommy. Is coming up as the second half with Dick and Tommy. Merry Christmas, everybody.
So Ainge got some foul shots, and then Orr split a pair. And I mean, it was at this point, I think there was 17,000 people in the arena. Like, good for them, but the Knicks side has got to be hurting.
Yeah, that's rough.
Yeah. Bird got another shot, and it's like 58-33. So now 25-point deficit. I mean, Boston has gone on like a 21-3 run. So, I mean, you got to be devastated if you're a Knicks fan.
It's ugly, and it's not just that. It's that the Celtics are also getting tons of free throws. I think they shot almost 50 free throws in the game.
They did. Yeah, lots of fouls. And this was an era where like they wouldn't always call a foul.
Exactly. Like it was typically pretty egregious if you were getting that many free throws.
That's right.
There was some butchery going on in the game, and they were letting it go. So
it's true.
mean, and the fact that they were, I think, like they only missed 10 free throws the entire game. The Celtics did. So like a significant portion of their points came from free throws.
Yeah.
So you're watching this ugly game with tons of missed shots. And then you're watching the other team just get free throw after free throw after free throw.
I think it was Larry Bird later on that was saying that Bill Laimbeer, whenever they'd play, as you were jumping up, Laimbeer would put his ankle, like he'd put his foot under you, so that you'd like twist your ankle when you fell. Like talk about dirty, right? Yeah,
yes.
That's bad boys if you're talking about
exactly. Yeah.
There. So like, and that was legal. Like, that's fine. No one called anything on that. Yep. So imagine some of the teams nowadays, and they're great teams. I mean, the Warriors, Golden State was amazing. I mean, just all these great teams. Imagine them trying to play like back then. Yep. It's like just, I can't picture it. And everybody says, oh, they were plumbers back then, and maybe they were, but also you had guys like Bird and Magic that could do all sorts of things that you don't see a lot of. I mean, Magic's passing was like phenomenal.
It was next level. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was so revolutionary too, right? Because he was big and fast, and the way he could handle the ball was just different.
Yeah. Yeah. And just, I mean, his how do you do that? No looks. That's crazy. It's insane to me. The skill and level that these guys have.
Yep.
So what's his name? Dominic. I can never remember his name. Dominique Wilkins' brother, Gerald Wilkins comes in. He actually kind of starts moving things along. Now it's like a 10-0 New York run, and
they started to get it moving, right?
Exactly.
Starting to build a little momentum.
Yep.
Towards the end of that third quarter. Yeah.
Yeah. McHale kind of blocks some shots. Again, kind of misses one of his free throws. Like if you're going to you got to make your free throws. You can't miss at this point.
Agreed.
Especially if the team starts getting momentum. Like if they start getting momentum and they're fouling you got to at least do that, because there's no telling if you're going to be able to hit your own shots later on in the back. So you got to capitalize on all those opportunities. Fast break, and what's his name? I never know how to pronounce this guy's name. Is it Sitting?
I have no idea. Is that? Yeah.
I don't know. I don't remember what they said. Most of the game
Jerry.
I watched,
his name's Jerry. That's
yeah. Most of the game I watched with the volume off because I had to watch it with the kids around, and they were watching something else. So, but he ends up like shooting it to Walton, and then he feeds it to Walton. Walton makes it. I mean, it's like, now it's like 63-47. So just keeps piling it on. I mean, it really isn't until that last quarter where New York just kind of turns on the gas, or Boston turns off the gas. I don't know which one it is, but it's definitely one of them.
I think at this point, I feel like it had to be a combination, right? I feel like the Celtics were like, you know what? Let's just put it on cruise control. We'll just coast to a win and we can go home. And the Knicks were like, whatever, jack it up. I mean, literally, they outscored their entire first half output in the fourth quarter. So,
Right.
like, that's crazy. Just crazy.
Yeah. So, I mean, they're coming back. It's like 71-59. There's 9 minutes, 29 seconds left. But the Knicks, like 3 minutes later, they bring it within, I mean, it's like 77-67 at this point. So, they're getting there.
Now, Tucker, a good outside shot. So once again, the Knicks guards are going to have to hit when they're open. And Sparrow does there.
He came off the pick beautifully.
Sparrow has 14, Tommy.
This is a basketball game.
Rory's hit his last 4. Down the crunch, it's Larry Bird is the man you always have to watch. McHale going in. Cummings bodies him well, and now the Knicks can cut it to 6 with a basket here. Ewing made the most of a bad pass, and the Celtics commit a foul. That's their 4th team foul, and it's on Robert Parrish, number 4 on the cheek. Larry Bird has 19 points, and when it gets down to it, Bird is 7 for 22 for the day. Forget about what he's done earlier.
I'll tell you, his outside shooting is very important in this game, and he's not hit an awful lot of those.
Cummings over McHale. Knicks, Ewing, off balance. Parrish.
And all of a sudden, with like 4 minutes and 39 seconds left, the Knicks had got it to like 77-72. So 5-point game, because literally they just outscored them, 39-19, something like that.
Yeah.
Or
they went on a huge run. Yeah, they went on like an enormous run.
Yeah, and it was a lot of it was Patrick Ewing. He's the one that kind of really brought it over. So he brought it in 81-76. Of course, DJ. And I mean, he doesn't get enough play, DJ, either. You talk about the Celtics, and most people remember, the 3 white guys, but, you gotta, I mean, there's other guys in there that really kind of made the team.
Agreed.
So McHale was fouled. He sank some shots. So now it was 86-80 with 1:51 left, but New York calls timeout. And this is always one of the stressful parts, right? Because timeouts can ruin a momentum.
They can kill it. Yep.
Yeah. So good for New York, bad for Boston. And as Dick Stockton says, they've really given the Celtics quite a scare.
That's the pat on the head, right?
That's right.
Like, you did good, buddy. You worked real hard.
That's right. But then they kept coming back. Ewing knocked down another turnaround jumper. So now it was 86-84. It's a 2-point game now. There's only 55 seconds. DJ drives up the lane, but he misses. I mean, it's really like then Sparrow is fouled, but he ends up missing. Yep. So the Knicks, then they get both free throws. I mean, it's tied 86-86. There's 34 seconds left. They go to McHale, but he just can't quite do it because Ewing literally just kind of knocks it away. He strips the ball from him, which I love.
I did too. Yeah.
I like Patrick Ewing. He's another one of those guys that I feel like didn't get as much play just because of Michael Jordan and the Bulls.
Yeah, he was one that I would have much rather played for another team so that I could cheer for him more.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, I just struggled to cheer for the Knicks. So, but I liked him. He always seemed like an intense dude, but really good. And he was a Georgetown guy, and so I was always a fan.
What was he was Van Gundy, right? Was the Knicks coach? Who was it before him? Was it Pat Riley, or was he after him?
I think he was before.
Okay.
I think he was early. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I'm trying to remember, but yeah, Patrick Ewing, great guy. I loved him in Space Jam.
Yeah.
I assume you love Space Jam as well.
Of course I do. The original. I haven't seen the reboot.
I'm not watching that.
No, I have no desire. I mean, I don't need to see it. That's the thing. I saw.
We saw perfection once. That's all we needed.
That's exactly right.
So the Knicks actually had a chance to win, but they missed. And so Ainge grabbed it, but he couldn't quite get it in either.
34 seconds to go in the 4th period. And this place is bedlam.
Well, work the clock now.
Bird is waiting. They look at it McHale. Coming all over him. 8 on the shot clock. McHale in close, stripped away. 13 seconds to go. The Knicks can take the lead. And the Celtics have it. 2 seconds to go. Dennis Johnson shot. No good. We're going to overtime.
And so, I mean, it was one of those where now we're in overtime and yeah, let's go. So again, the Celtics come out, they start strong, but they just can't quite get it, so it's 90 to 88, then Orr makes another one. So now it's 90 tied. I mean, McHale makes one. It's like just back and forth, and Ainge gets one. I mean, and I love what, and Cummings kind of strips it. And then I love what Heinsohn says, which is, that's the third great defensive play made by Cummings. That saved an easy fast break basket. Yeah, we saw it, man. We get it.
yeah, we get it. I think what was super interesting about this game too was that the Celtics shot terribly, like under 35%.
It was bad
overall.
Yeah, it was really bad.
But their offensive rebounding percentage was phenomenal in the game. They were over 20%. So like more than 1 out of every 5 misses, which there were plenty, they were getting the rebound for, which is really what kept them like ahead for most of this game because the Knicks shot like 46% from the field, like quite good, honestly. And neither team was shooting threes, again, very obviously. So between free throws and offensive rebounds, like that was how the Celtics were able to maintain this. And and honestly, had they shot like 2% better, they'd have won this game by double digits in regulation. It wouldn't have been close. Yeah, it wouldn't have been close.
Well, I mean, Patrick Ewing, MVP of the Knicks here. I mean, 32 points ends the game with, really, really phenomenal game for him. I think Sparrow was like the next highest with 22, and then everybody else just has a few. Yeah. So, good for him. But like we mentioned earlier, I mean, Larry Bird only 23, McHale 29, excuse me. Robert Parrish had 24, but then everybody else literally had like, I think the next
single
highest
digits.
after that was 8 points. And their bench all had like just 4 points, 2 points here.
Yeah, it was not pretty.
Yeah. And I think that's kind of what saved the Knicks was their bench. A lot of those guys like Gerald Wilkins, 14 points. We had all the others with 8 points, 8.6 points. So from the bench, that kind of helped really turn it around.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I totally agree. Yeah, I mean, you can look at like point differentials and things. Like I'm a big advanced stats nerd for pretty much every sport. So I'm always looking at like effective field goal percentage and adjusted field goal percentage and stuff. And I mean, in this sense, the Knicks really they really dominated because they took way more efficient shots.
Yeah.
Just were much more efficient. They took more high percentage shots. So they would have won the analytics game in this day and age, the modern day and age. But but yeah, they just got killed rebounding. They committed way too many fouls. So it really is like I mean, part of that was probably necessity because they were getting out rebounded because the Celtics were just so big. Like they had so many,
all
so
of those
much
guys,
length.
they were so tall.
They're gigantic. Yeah.
Yeah. 6'10", a lot of them are way up there. So it makes sense. Yeah. But Ewing is the one that really kind of kept him alive, honestly.
Agreed.
He had the layups, he had, other basket. I mean, he actually had a couple of mid-range shots that really kind of helped save them. And as Heinsohn says, again, another quote that I love here, Larry Bird showed me he is not physically right, missing those tweener shots. Those are usually automatic, but that one was shot well long. So yeah, Bird missing all these shots he normally makes. So again, it kind of like, I know he's had back problems. So this was kind of the start to some of those issues there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I mean, it was missed opportunities, just lots of missed opportunities.
So anyway, another steal. Parrish steals from Tucker, I think. Then he goes over and gets another 24-footer. I mean, it's just a free-for-all. And now it's like 97-97. There's 11 seconds left. And Boston, could have tried it, but they just didn't quite get it. And there we go.
Dennis Johnson 1 for 8. So the guards have not done it for the Celtics outside today. 11 seconds to go, and they're trapped. Now they're back back into the order. Man to man. Ames puts it up. McHale. 1 second. And we're going to another overtime.
Yeah, Bird.
Here we go.
Bird was 8 for 23. Not great for Larry Bird.
No, he was off, and I mean he wasn't alone in that sense either. I mean, all the
Celtics, yeah, as we kind of mentioned already, yeah,
33 of 96 from the field. It's just, I mean, that's just not efficient enough to win you many games.
No, not at all. Yeah, so in the end, the Celtics literally just kind of collapsed. I mean, we had Ewing and the Knicks just really going through it.
And the rebound by Bannister ahead of the field is Wilkins. A stunning upset by the New York Knicks, who are down by 25.
So it was like a 10-0 Knick run, and so the final was 113 to 104.
Mm-hmm.
So like they just outscored them in that second overtime, and like we said, Parrish was 8 of 15, so that's like not great. DJ was 2 for 9. Ainge was 1 of 7. I mean, they were just all over the place, and Patrick Ewing was it was great. But as the owner of the Celtics said, that was a humiliation, and he was right. They were up by 25 and lost by 9. So
yeah, it was rough.
Yeah,
rough.
Not good.
Carlisle at the buzzer, but the Knicks win in a stunning upset. They were down by 25 points, and they came back, and this is going to be one of the big comebacks we have seen in many a year, Tom.
There's no question about that. I mean, everybody in the building was ready to forget the Knicks. They were booing the ball club. All of a sudden, that press turned it around.
A 34-point swing from the middle of the third period. So for Tom Heinsohn and Pat O'Brien, this is Dick Stockton saying so long from Madison Square Garden.
But okay, if you could be in this game, let's say you were playing, let's say we were awesome basketball players, you had to pick a team, the losing team, which is, you like better than the winning team, but they won. Which team would you want to play on?
Oh, I mean, I would have to be on the Celtics. I don't like the Knicks enough to want to ever be on the team, even if they won this specific game.
What is it about the Knicks that
man, I don't know. I don't know. It's just something always rubbed me wrong about. I don't know. I just
I mean, I got you.
I'm not a huge Boston fan either, but I mean I love Larry Bird, so there's
Larry Bird. I've watched like so much, Larry Bird was like the greatest trash talker, man. I mean, I love it. He would just be like, at the 3-point, when the famous ones, for the 3-point contest, he'd come in and be like, "Hey, which one of y'all are coming in second?"
Yeah, with his beer can and cigarette, and he's like,
"That's right."
All right, ladies, who's getting second?
It's amazing.
The bravado, I love it. Yeah, I mean,
and he would just literally tell him like, "Hey, I'm going to go to that corner. I'm going to turn around. I'm going to shoot it right in your face," and he would do it. And, of course, the defenders wouldn't believe it. They'd be like, this guy, whatever, this white guy. He'd get offended when, he's like, y'all are putting a white guy on me? Like, that's disrespectful. I mean,
yeah.
I love Larry Bird. He's so funny, man. I mean, I got to play on the Celtics just because I know more of them.
Same.
They were one of the teams that I was like, we got to watch, especially if they're in the playoffs. We got to watch Celtics. I like Patrick Ewing, but he was the only name that I really recognize. So I don't think I'd be on the Celtics, even if they won. So I'd take the L with. Okay, what would you say is your happiest like memory or moment with either this game in particular or just basketball in general?
Ooh, so this game in general, I'm a big fan of like momentum swings in sports, and so like as a neutral, this was a fun. I mean, it was ugly, but it was like a fun game. Let's be real. Like if you're going to rewatch this, like on YouTube or whatever, skip to the second half and just watch it. Like watch the second half because it's wild because that's where to me the momentum really swings. So I would say that especially the what was it, like 3 minutes left in the third quarter,
late third.
Like the Knicks really started to like get something going, and I don't know if it was the combination of that, but as far as like basketball in general, man, like memory wise, that NBA on NBC music. The song like that. Oh, that just will forever like in my head, and I'm like, it's like It's like Saturday at noon and Sundays they would play that, and just love it. Love that.
Yeah, for me, and mine's also kind of music related. It's the Bulls, like when they would come out, and it's Serious by Alan Parsons Project. It's like, so now to this day, if I hear it, that's what I think of. Your Chicago Bulls, and them coming out. It was great. Everybody was into it because Michael Jordan, was playing. Just phenomenal. This game, I don't know if I really have favorite moment, except maybe that weird "Twas the Night Before Christmas" thing that Adam Bryant did. Only because that's like the most Christmassy part of it.
I think they probably told them to do something like that. They're like,
I'm sure they had to, right? It's Christmas Day.
Exactly. Yeah. Like, these people wasted their money coming here, and it's a blowout. Fill this time with something, right?
Probably. Quick, write a poem. Yeah, it's strange, but I kind of also enjoyed it in a weird way. It's one of those things where it's like I can't look away.
It's so bad it's good. In a way, right?
Yeah. But no, I mean, it's literally, you're right. If you watch the first half, you're going to be so bored out of your mind because literally the Celtics are routing the Knicks. But if you skip to mid third quarter, all of a sudden it's a great game. And then the double overtimes were, I mean, those are pretty good. They were quite nail biters for a while. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. But I actually don't have a gag me with the spoon for this one. So
it was a basketball game. Yeah, it was all the missed shots. That's what we would gag about.
Yeah, exactly. I think maybe if I wanted to say one, maybe Dick Stockton going like, he gives him a free rebound when you try to go over there and rebound when you shouldn't. But like, come on, that's about it. So I think for this, we can skip straight to the, G.I. Joe taught us that knowing is half the battle. What do you think the other half is?
Ooh, the other half is have the home game on Christmas because the other team doesn't want to be there.
That's right. That's actually right there with mine. I said, just don't play on Christmas Day.
Yeah. If you do, play at home. So you can go home right after. Right?
That's right. If you have to, just be the home team. But if not, that's fine. Just don't do it. Jeff, this has been a lot of fun. We're like in the thick of the season now.
That's right.
Your show's been amazing so far. Tell me about it. Let's talk about it for a bit.
Yeah. So Lost Christmas podcast got lots of new episodes, new content about new Christmas monsters, mysteries, histories. I've got some books and things that I've reviewed and given away. Super excited about. It's the Lost Christmas podcast. So if you ever wanted to know the history or reasons behind the traditions that we have, feel free to come check it out and check out all the other stuff on the different podcasts that are around in the Christmas Podcast Network. There's tons of great ones. So if history is not your thing, if pop culture is your thing from the 80s, then Jerry's your guy.
Yeah, if you're listening to this, you'll probably like the show.
I think so.
If you made it this far, so
if you happen to just find this episode because you saw it was from a 1985 basketball game, well, then stick around because Jerry's got more 80s stuff that you'll enjoy. I promise.
That's right. And Jeff's helped me on a lot of those as well. So the Chipmunk one is still one of my all-time favorite episodes.
It's wonderful.
It was so
wonderful.
So
I did not get into like alternate universes and string theory in this episode. I had planned on it, but it just didn't work out today.
No, I was wondering. I remember you were talking about conspiracies. I was like, oh, let's talk.
I do. I have some, but I decided not to.
That's quite all right. It's late, and I think we're all tired from everything.
With the gambling probe that came out earlier in the fall about. So I decided to nix that after those announcements came out.
That was
maybe
wild.
Not.
Yeah. We love our Mafia brothers. They're our friends. We are Mafia friendly here.
That's right.
Don't put out hits on us or anything.
That's right. We're all family.
That's right. Exactly. We're all family. But yes, go check out Lost Christmas. It's fantastic. Just great stuff. The season all about different Santa Clauses, was still to this day one of my favorite seasons of a podcast ever. Still waiting for Nick Loss from Eternia to show up on your Santa Claus.
Don't worry, there's a one-off episode.
Santa Doom is another one we'll talk about. So
so good,
it's good stuff.
So good.
But yeah, definitely go check it out. So Jeff, thanks again. I'll let you get back to your Christmas
Jerry.
Parties and everything. And on that note, I'll end it with. And finally, our Christmas message to the NBA comes once again this year in the form of a video Christmas card. through the magic of television, you can all open it at once. So check us out on our social media pages, which you can find at linktree.com/totallyradchristmas. And if you're feeling like Pat O'Brien reading an NBA Christmas poem, leave us a review on iTunes. It helps us reach more people and spread some rad holiday cheer. Now, don't forget to check out our merch shop on tpublic.com and our super dope website, totallyradchristmas.com. So here's to the pros in the NBA. Merry Christmas to all, and to all, a good day. Later, dudes.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Good tidings to you wherever you are. Good tidings for Christmas and a Happy New Year. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Out go! From all of us at the Christmas Podcast Network to all of you, Merry Christmas and a wonderful New Year.